things that we own. You know, there are people who attack you and steal your things. Children die in their cribs and so forth. All of those things are signs of the penalty of sin. Those things came in with Adam and Eve's sin. And so they are a curse upon the world. Sin is a curse upon us as well. But not only did this sin curse Adam and Eve's world, but it cursed them, and that it put a division between them and God, so that they were, before the fall, God would come down in the afternoon and he would visit with Adam and Eve. He would talk with them and fellowship with them. Can you imagine such a thing if the God of the universe came down and you could ask him questions and he talked with you and he told you about things and he told you that he loved you and he was caring for you and so forth? Before Adam and Eve rebelled and fell into sin, God came down and he fellowshiped with them. But after they decided to eat of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which was just merely rebellion, they said to themselves, that they would be like God. And Satan told them that if they eat of that fruit, they won't die, that God just knows they will become like him, knowing good from evil. Now Eve didn't want that apple or that fruit because it looked like it would taste good. She wanted that fruit because she wanted to become like God. Just as Satan told her what happened. And the result of that was they did become like God in a way that they knew both good. They had known good, they had known no problems, and now they knew evil.
Oh, go do it. Yeah, he's going to try to get it.
They also had fellowship with God. So this God the Lord came down and met with them in the evenings and fellowship with them.
I need a race for that.
He also
I'm going to hit the restaurant button on
so that they had
that.
now out in the world.
You gave a hand yesterday.
Destruction and evil. And their own son, one of their own sons, killed his brothers. That was part of the penalty. The other part of the penalty is that we became sinners. Now sometimes people may like to think, oh no, I'm not a sinner, I don't do bad things. But in reality, if I were to ask you a series of questions, you would realize that yes indeed you are a sinner. And you would have to also recognize that you were born into sin. We were all born into sin. I mean, you look at a 2-year-old, we don't have to teach a 2-year-old to steal from their brother or sister, or to disobey their mother or father, or to hit their brother and sister. They do those things naturally. We spend our time trying to teach them to stop doing those things. You don't have to teach a child to steal, they try to teach a child to stop stealing. So we see that we were born sinful, selfish, self-centered individuals, and as the Bible tells us, there's just destruction in our wake. As a result of sin, we go off and we say the nastiest things to people. We're very, we insult people. We put them down. We try to cancel people just because they disagree with our opinions. We call them all sorts of names. We abuse people sexually, and we abuse people in relationships. We cheat people that we work with. Cab drivers and car drivers, as they're driving along, they get angry and they threaten you with their car. I saw some people I saw a guy threaten a 4-year-old child walking across the road and an 80-year-old woman crossing across the road with his 4,000-pound car. Why does a person do something like that? It's because they are a self-centered, sinful individual, and that's just that sinful nature coming up out of them. They were full of anger and hatred, and if they had thought that they could get away with running over that person, I think they might have done it. For the Bible tells us that if you're angry with someone, that you're guilty of murder. For we know that murder is just really someone doing something that they think they can get away with. And so that's why the Bible says that if you've been angry with someone, furiously angry, that you're guilty of murder. You were willing to murder, you just didn't think you could get away with it. So we see that